Welcome to Adventure Chuckles, where every journey sparks excitement and exploration. Illegal immigration in the US has been a complex and contentious issue for decades. Among the various countries contributing to this phenomenon, Mexico, El Salvador, and India stand out as significant sources of undocumented immigrants. This video delves into the reasons behind illegal immigration from these countries, the demographics of these immigrant groups, and the broader implications for US immigration policy. So here's the list of top 10 countries where illegal immigrants in the US are coming from. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and comment your thoughts. Let's dive in. Number 1. Mexico. The long-standing leader, Mexico, has historically been the largest source of illegal immigrants to the United States. As of 2024, approximately 4 million unauthorized immigrants from Mexico resided in the US, accounting for about 37% of the total undocumented population. As of 2024, approximately 4 million unauthorized immigrants from Mexico resided in the US, accounting for about 37% of the total undocumented population. This figure marks a significant decline from previous years when Mexican nationals constituted more than half of all unauthorized immigrants. Factors driving migration. Several factors contribute to this ongoing migration. 1. Economic conditions. Many Mexicans seek better economic opportunities in the US, driven by poverty, lack of jobs, and low wages in their home country. 2. Violence and crime. High levels of violence, particularly from drug cartels and organized crime, compel many to leave Mexico for safety. 3. Family reunification. A significant portion of Mexican immigrants have family members already living in the US, which encourages further migration. Recent trends. The decrease in Mexican immigration can be attributed to factors like improved economic conditions in Mexico, increased enforcement at the US-Mexico border, and changing demographics among potential migrants. Despite this decline, Mexico remains a primary source of illegal immigration. Number 2. El Salvador. A nation in crisis. As of 2022, approximately 750,000 unauthorized immigrants from El Salvador were residing in the United States. This number reflects a growing trend in recent years as more Salvadorans flee their country due to dire circumstances. Reasons for migration. 1. Gang violence. El Salvador has one of the highest homicide rates in the world due to gang-related violence. 2. Economic hardship. The economy has struggled with high unemployment rates, making it difficult for many to find opportunities at home. 3. Natural disasters. Frequent earthquakes and hurricanes exacerbate poverty, further driving migration. The impact of US policies. US immigration policies such as Temporary Protected Status, TPS, have allowed many Salvadorans to remain in the US legally. However, changes in administration and policy create uncertainty for these populations. Number 3. India. The emerging source. India has emerged as a notable source of illegal immigration to the US, with an estimated 725,000 undocumented Indian immigrants residing in the country as of 2022. Motivations for migration. 1. Visa challenges. Many Indians face difficulties obtaining legal visas due to stringent requirements like education and English proficiency, leading some to resort to illegal entry. 2. Economic opportunities. Despite being relatively well off compared to other migrants, many Indians seek better job prospects and higher living standards in the US. 3. Smuggling networks. Sophisticated smuggling networks often charge exorbitant fees to facilitate illegal entry. Number 4. Guatemala. A country in crisis, Guatemala has a long history of migration to the United States, driven by socioeconomic challenges and violence. As of 2022, around 675,000 Guatemalan immigrants were living in the US illegally. Factors driving migration. 1. Violence and crime. Guatemala is plagued by gang-related crime and domestic violence. 2. Poverty. A significant portion of the population lives in poverty, with limited access to education and employment opportunities. 3. Natural disasters. Guatemala is vulnerable to hurricanes and earthquakes, which have displaced families and worsened economic challenges. Number 5. Venezuela. A growing crisis. Venezuela's political and economic crisis has led to an increase in migration. As of 2022, around 270,000 Venezuelans were estimated to be living illegally in the United States. Reasons for migration. 1. Political instability. Venezuela has experienced severe political turmoil since 2013, leading to widespread protests and persecution of dissenters. 2. Economic collapse. The Venezuelan economy has collapsed under hyperinflation, driving extreme poverty. 3. Human rights violations. Reports of human rights abuses by government forces have prompted many Venezuelans to flee. Reasons for migration. Number 6. The Philippines. A historical perspective, the Philippines has a long history of migration to the United States. As of 2021, approximately 310,000 undocumented Filipinos live in the U.S., with a significant number seeking better job prospects. Factors driving migration. 1. Economic opportunities. High unemployment and underemployment in the Philippines drive migration. 2. Family reunification. Many Filipinos migrate to join family members already in the U.S. 3. Education and professional aspirations. The desire for higher education and career advancement motivates many to leave. Number 7. China. A growing source of undocumented immigrants, there are approximately 400,000 undocumented Chinese immigrants in the U.S., driven by political repression and economic disparities. Motivations for migration. 1. Political repression. Many Chinese migrants flee political repression and human rights abuses under the current regime. 2. Educational aspirations. A considerable number of students overstay their visas after studying in the U.S. Number 8. Colombia. A historical perspective. Reasons for migration. 2. Educational aspirations. A considerable number of students overstay their visas after studying in the U.S. As of 2022, approximately 130,000 unauthorized Colombian immigrants reside in the U.S., fleeing violence and economic hardship. 1. Violence and armed conflict. Colombia has faced internal conflict, with drug cartels and guerrilla groups displacing millions. 2. Political instability. Corruption and political turmoil have fueled migration. Number 9. Brazil. An emerging source of undocumented immigrants, Brazil has become a notable source of illegal immigration, with approximately 200,000 undocumented Brazilian immigrants living in the U.S. as of recent estimates. Factors driving migration. 1. Economic disparities. Despite being one of the largest economies in South America, high unemployment and inflation drive migration. 2. Political instability. Political turmoil has led many Brazilians to seek stability and safety abroad. Number 10. Dominican Republic. A historical perspective, as of recent estimates, approximately 164,000 unauthorized Dominican immigrants reside in the U.S. Many seek better economic opportunities and refuge from political instability. Factors driving migration. 1. Economic opportunities. High unemployment and poverty levels drive many Dominicans to the U.S. 2. Political instability. Political turmoil and corruption have pushed many to seek safety abroad. So guys, this was the top 10 countries where illegal immigrants in the U.S. are coming from. Illegal immigration remains a multifaceted issue, influenced by various factors unique to each country. While Mexico continues to be a primary source of undocumented immigrants, both El Salvador and India highlight how different socioeconomic conditions drive migration trends. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for formulating effective immigration policies that address not only border security, but also humanitarian concerns. As global conditions evolve, so does the landscape of illegal immigration into the United States. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye-bye, and see you next time.